Hello everyone, nubkeks here. Welcome back to Nub Raids, and in today's video, I want to talk to you about the things that King Arthur Legends Rise does better than Raid Shadow Legends. Now, this video is sponsored by Netmarble and King Arthur Legends Rise. Thank you to them for that. But I have been thoroughly enjoying my time playing the game. I've really gotten into it, honestly, in the last few days. And yeah, there's just a bunch of really cool things that this game does. Just very, very well. Just really good quality. I want to show you a few of those things here today. We will touch on some of the things you've seen in my other videos because they're really core to the game. Let's talk about the relic system first of all. This is super cool. Let me go to Arthur actually to illustrate this stuff. That probably makes sense. Why is he looking the wrong? You're looking the wrong way, Arthur. There you go. That's more like it. Oh, you know why he's looking the wrong way? He was showing us the relic. Arthur, I take it back. You are the smart. If we do, yep. Okay, he's smart, I'm dumb. There we go. Relics. There are 3 different affinities in this game. You've got Storm, Ice, and Fire. What is super cool about this is every single character, every single hero can switch between these as you unlock these different relics. Now, not only are these changing your affinity, so, for example, fire is good against storm. Storm is good against ice. Ice is good against fire. Personally, I feel like that's a little bit strange, but that's okay. They also change your abilities. They change your abilities. So let's check out Arthur, for instance. So Excalibur, his basic double strike, that I think is the same pretty much on all of them. He can give himself an attack increase on that. Is that the same on all of them? Yeah, it's pretty much the same on all of them, double strike, but the other things change. So, for example, with his starting weapon, which is fire, Excalibur. On his 2 vigor, it's a medium, hard-hitting attack with a chance to stun. On his A3, his 3 vigor attack, Inferno Strike, it's a huge damage nuke. Now, you'll get his second weapon, the Breath of Diana, the storm weapon, pretty early on in the story. Now, what changes here? Instead of having a stun on his A2, now his 2 vigor move, Blasting Oath, it isn't an attack at all. Now he's buffing the team, giving all allies attack increase for 2 turns, and all allies attack speed increase level 2 for 2 turns. What about his A3? This is actually pretty similar. On his Fire Relic, this was 1 single large hit. On this one, Storm Blow, now it's a triple hit. It does the same total damage. Each hit, though, also does additional damage. If the target's element is Frost, it will do extra damage. Ooh. Okay, that's pretty cool. And, you know, when we're looking at dungeons, we talked about it in my last video. If, for example, we look at the Plane of Beasts, I don't know if I have enough stamina to do it. We are 1 short, would you believe? I don't use Arthur in here right now, but we talked about in this dungeon, it's all about attack speed. It's about having multi-hit attacks, doing stuff really quickly. That's why I've got Tristan in there. That's why I've been working on Kay. And that's where you can come in and say, oh, Arthur, well, with Excalibur, kind of sucks at Plane of Beasts. Everything is a single hit. He's often going to fire in his massive single hit, and the boss will still have a barrier, right? The barrier basically just takes 1 damage. No matter how hard you hit, you have to hit it multiple times. 1 big single hit sucks. Well, for Plane of Beasts, swap him to the Breath of Diana. Okay, now we're boosting attack speed. Well, that's what that dungeon's all about. Now he's got a triple hit instead of a single hit. Well, that's 3 times as good at taking down that barrier. Okay, cool. Now it's making a ton of difference, and you can really customize your characters. I mean, I actually haven't used Regal Roar, but this one, he's got an AoE. He has an AoE attack now with this other weapon, his ice weapon. Attacks all enemies 3 times. The damage is a bit low, but he can also inflict decreased defense. And then on his Vigor 3, it's another AoE attack that can inflict Chill. Chill is actually pretty cool. There's lots of different types of dot in this game. Chill is the ice type of dot, which lowers attack speed and they're taking damage each turn. There's also like burns and everything. Like there's all sorts of different ones. But yeah, so he's a totally different character with this weapon. Now he's got 2 AoE attacks, which are debuffing enemies. And you're going to build them differently depending on each one. It's crazy. So there you go. That's the relic system. Now, number 2 system, Chivalry. This is your dupe system, which is baked into the game by default. By the way, we've got nothing like relics in Raid. Now, in Raid, we've got a duplicate system. The dupe system in Raid kind of sucks. You can +1, +2, +3, +4 character. They get some stats. That's it. Now, in this game, you get a ton of unique bonuses as you go up. Some of them are stats. Some of them are stats. But look at this. So, I mean, at Oath of Valor, so at level 1 here, he's going to be making his buff that he's giving the team better. He's getting a bigger chance to land debuffs. At level 3, it's increasing the duration of his buff. At level 4, increasing the damage of skill number 3. At level 5, he's getting some stats. At level 6, he's getting more stats. More stats over here. Level 8 is always a big one, and this is crazy for Arthur. I've kind of dumped on Arthur a little bit. I do think that Kay is the better starting character, and you can see I've been investing into her. In fact, that's why I'm not upping Arthur's chivalry right now. I'm trying to do it with Kay. And we'll talk about this swapping as well. But what was I saying? I can't remember. I've been dumping on Arthur, but my goodness, at level 8 here of his chivalry, I mean, you build him with super high crit rate, and he can buff crit rate as well. He's just gonna hit an additional, like, the damage potential goes crazy. More stats there, and then some more stats there. The element compatibility is pretty interesting. Now, one other thing you can see here is you can flip between. So we can get Arthur dupes specifically. So I've got a few to level him up. You can also use just these generic tokens, and you can get these generic tokens as rewards from the story, from missions, achievements, events in the game, and you can use these to level up anyone, and there's different ones for each different level of rarity as well. It's just fantastic. So you can choose where to put it. I've been putting everything into K. Like, if we look at her, for example, what does she get? She gets something really cool. It seems like all of the rare champions get something really cool at level 8. They also get something really fun at level 3. So, for example, here, she's going to give herself just permanent crit damage for the whole fight at level 3. Awesome. At level 8, whenever she evades, so Kay has got a lot of passes about evading, you know, and being nimble, yeah? But whenever she evades, she gives herself Golden Boar's Resolve. It's going to up her evasion rate. So she dodges once, she gets a bit dodgier. If she builds up 3 stacks, when she attacks, it will fill her attack gauge by 100% and remove those stacks. It will just give her another turn. So she becomes more evady, more evady, more evady. Oh, I've evaded 3 attacks. Great. I get to go twice next time. It's super exciting. Like, you look at Raid and it's like, you get plus 10 accuracy, plus 5 speed. Compared to something like this, which is like, it's a new buff, it's a whole new gameplay mechanic. Suddenly you might want to build her differently. Like, you could potentially build her in like a high evasion build for a really fast boss that's attacking all the time and exploit this. There's so much that you can do. And again, these are just 2 characters. It's such a good example. And I also love this system. Again, in Raid, right? You have to collect dupes of the character to empower them. You've got that here. And by the way, you've got 10 levels for everything. But you also can collect the generic currency, and you can use that to focus on whoever you want. So if you get unlucky and you just never pull any K duplicates, it doesn't matter, because you can earn this currency and you can focus on you. Even more important with legendaries, probably, which are even tougher to obviously to obtain. So super good. Another quality of life thing. You might notice this big reset button here. I don't want to click it right now, but look at this. Reset a hero. Insane. Reset it here. Reset everything that you have invested into them. Their earned experience will be converted into experience potions. You will lose out on some gold. The chivalry values don't come back. But yeah, all these materials that I've put in to leveling her up, if I decide, actually, I was a big noob, and you wouldn't, because Kay's insane. But if you're like, man, Kay sucks, I wish I'd never leveled her up at all. There you go. Reset her. Get pretty much most of the stuff you spent back, and then put it into the new hero that you want to put it into instead. Amazing quality of life. These are fairly limited, right? So you're not going to be resetting everybody. And something I will say that I didn't realize at the start, I kind of felt a bit bad because I've got 2 healers, right? I was like, oh, I leveled up Turin, and then I got Clementine, and I said, actually, Clementine fits better with what I need to do right now, because she's doing like decreasing the target's attack gauge and all sorts of fun stuff. Yeah, she can do cool things, and she's got really cool skills where she's got a 60% chance to, you know, just get an extra turn and trigger a special attack when she uses skill 3. It's super cool. Yeah, I was like, she's better for me right now. And then I initially felt, oh, I feel a little bit bad. Should I use my reset on Shuren? Well, no, you don't need to. Not at all, because there are a bunch of different areas in the game where I think like this one is a big one, the Favor Dungeon, where like for Serpent's Favor, I can only use like Serpent heroes. So like I'm a little bit stuck here. Actually, ooh, I've just got a new legendary that can go in here. That's nice. Okay. But like Morgan was previously the only character I'd actually worked on here. But like even on commons, they can come in and they can help you and so on. So you need to, do a bunch of heroes in the adventure mode as well. There's a bunch of chests and stuff that you need like specific themed parties that fit with the storyline of the area. So you need to focus on like building up some heroes from those areas. It's just like a fun little extra thing for extra rewards. So you don't feel bad about leveling up anyone from what I've seen so far. It's just like, okay, I've leveled them up. They'll be useful. Great. Okay. And I could, even if they're not, if somehow it goes wrong, I can reset them and get everything back. Top tier. Top tier. What else do we want to talk about that's amazing? Oh, well, big one. A big one. I really like the Forge. Again, we've got the marketplace in Raid. It's a bit of a meme. The Forge is super cool. So number one, you're coming in every day and it's going to reset every few hours. You also get like one free reset a day. You can spend more to reset it if you want, but there's going to be gear in here and this can actually be fairly useful. There's always one piece on a big discount. I'm actually leveling up the Forge. I'm blocking it. There we go. It's going to take another like 7 hours to upgrade the Forge. That's something that's really fun in this game too, is just upgrading your base. Like I bought this pair, like a 4-star pair of legendary crit earrings. I was like, yes, please, give me some of that. And you can also pick up crafting materials for crafting gear in here. So like the Forge is always something really interesting to check because crafting gear is a big deal. It's really strong. And yeah, we've got all these different sets. We can craft them. We can do it like 3 to 4 star, 4 to 5, 5 to 6. It's going to be using rare resources. We need to gather them all up. You can choose which sort of thing you want to craft. Yeah, here actually, I'm blocking this, but you can see you can craft ones for their different affinities. We talked about this in the last video, how I was working on Kay with Tristan because they're both stag affinity. They go really well together. You can build like these different sets, like the immortal set. After using a skill that heals, get a 2-hit barrier. Cool. What about the Strife set? When a target dies, gain attack increase for the rest of battle. Charge your attack gauge by 100%. Drains a percentage of damage dealt to heal. How freaking cool is that? Like, you've got all these really interesting sets. Crafting is very powerful, and this is something that you're going to be doing from the start all the way through to the end. For example, the thing I'm working on at the moment is crafting a Vigor set. Really powerful. It's going to increase your natural Vigor recharge, which is going to let you use stronger abilities more often in the fight. So I'm focusing on that at the moment. That's something to work on, which is amazing. Something else I love, again, quality of life. I don't have enough stamina, so I can't properly show you right now. Can I even do this? If I click in here, you can repeat battle. Right, in Raid, you have limited multi-battles, and they sell you multi-battles, and they're rewards for events. In King Arthur, you can do as many multi-battles as you want. There's no limit. You're obviously limited by your stamina. You can only do as much as you've got stamina. I'm using mine like crazy. But whenever you've got stamina, if you want to do a multi-battle, you go do that multi-battle. That's totally okay. There's no limit. Unlimited multi-battles. In the arena, and this is really fun too. You're ranking up every day. There are daily points. Oh, how are you doing? Like yesterday, I didn't do so good. I got some of these, but the more fights you do, the more point rank you get. You're going up. There are seasons as well. Right now, I'm only in Bronze 1. I'm a big noob at the end of the season. I think the season is 1 week. They've got, in fact, look right here. We're in season 7. I've only been playing for a couple of weeks, right? So I missed the first few, but it's every week there's a season. And at the end of every week, depending on how much you played and how you've done, you're getting more rewards and how far up you go. What are the limitations? How much of this arena can I do? You can do as much as you want. It's unlimited. Do as much as you want. Now you've got 3 free refreshes per day. So I've used mine already because I've been really trying to push up. And like you can see, we're against some pretty strong people. Like my power, oh yeah, you see right now, my power is 18,000. I've really been pushing up. We're against people that are like 21 to 27,000. So I'm definitely out of my depth at this point, you know? because I've been really trying to push up and use it as much as possible. So I use my 3 refreshes. You can then spend gems to refresh more if you want to. But I was like, well, I just don't think... I think I need to just level up more in the game. This is just a bit too tough for me right now. Like, these guys are level 45, 49, 52. I'm level 29. You know, I've kind of pushed beyond. I've exceeded expectations. Let's put it like that. That's a flattering way to put it. But yeah, you can just do it as much as you want. As much as you want, which is it's just brilliant. You want to play? Go play. Another thing that is fantastic, the events. Some of them have just ended, but the events give really good rewards. So, for example, if you summon on the limited character right now, the more you summon, they're giving you, like, gems. They're giving you... These are very rare, these tokens for relics, to summon new weapons. Really big chunk of gold. You're getting great rewards all the way from summoning 5 times, 10 times, 15, 20, all the way up to 60, right? Great rewards. There's a gold collecting event. Just collect gold. And you're getting a bunch of gems. You can use those gems to then summon in the raid up summon and get more stuff. The Arena Challenge event. This is just an example of an event it's just running this week, right? It's just a 1-week event. Fight in the arena. And every, 10 fights? Just getting 50? That's stamina. 50 stamina. Go do a bunch of dungeons. Check that out. So I've done like 40 already. Again, this is what really got me pushing into that arena. I was like, hell yeah, that's so much stamina. And I can do unlimited arena. Like, it's... The only limitation is like, you know, how far I am in the game, really. And you know, it constantly resets, like, every day and every week. There's new seasons. Like, yeah, let's go. But yeah, just a bunch of stamina. Like, it's genuinely a ton of stamina in here just for, like, doing stuff and playing the game. My clan sucked, so I have left it. I need to join a new clan. I'm not allowed. But there's a great clan system in the game as well. And there's a bunch of rewards for doing stuff with your clan. No rewards, unfortunately, for leaving your clan like I did. I just had joined a random clan and it was half inactive. So I'm trying to find like a more active clan that is going to be participating in this stuff. But yeah, and as you can see, I'm upgrading my base at the moment. There's a bunch of free resources being developed in my base. It's, honestly, guys, it's just super cool, right? I think they are some of the main things. I love the tutorials in this game as well. The path of power, challenges, path of honor, just guiding you through what to do. Like, oh, clear the different dungeons. Okay, this is what you want to work on next. All of that, great. Path of challenges, like do your quest over here, do the quest. Find some treasures, open some treasure chests, find some soul fragments. Great. Okay, it's simple, but it's guiding you through. It's showing you what you want to do. And I think, like, if we go into... let me see, like, if I jump into hard, I think it also tells you, which is really, really nice. If we jump in here, yeah, check this out. So you can see I've got like this flashing red exclamation mark, which is like, okay, for this stage, your hero should be level 57. You've got one hero level 57. You should have 4-star equipment. Nobody is in all 4-star equipment right now. Your equipment should be enhanced to +6. You've done that on 2 characters. You've leveled up your relics. You've done some awakening. Okay, good. You've done well on those. Focus on these things, and that's how you'll progress. So it really guides you through and gives you a really good idea for what you should be doing. Because, you know, it's a big game. It's a complicated game. There's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff that you can be working on. Where do you go? New player tip. Plain of Beasts, Burning Land, and then when you get it, Frozen Plain, they are like, yeah. And then probably Shrine of Storms, and you get that as well. I've not got that far yet. Those are going to be the obvious great places to spend your stamina starting out, just if you want to know. You got a Forbidden Dungeon. You can do like 5 tickets a day, getting a bunch of rewards. Super cool. Just one thing that's great about this, by the way, auto clear, right? You get 5. You can climb up 5 floors a day. If you get stuck, like I got stuck today, I couldn't beat floor 20. Maybe I could now, actually. I'll beat it tomorrow, I think. But you can just come auto clear, and it just automatically spent. You don't even have to sit there watching the fight. It just auto clears it. You've beaten it before. It auto clears. It's all good. So yeah, so much quality of life. Really, really cool stuff. Just great design decisions in this game. And yeah, really fun. I just, the champions are great. You know, you've got a smaller roster compared to Raid, but what you've got within that roster is I think much more depth overall, because again, you've got like the 10 levels of the dupe system. You know, you're awakening them, you're leveling up. Everyone's got unique skills. Everyone has not only their 3 attacks, but they've got effectively completely different skill sets, completely different affinities with these different weapons that you can unlock and all of that. There's a lot going on in this game. I hope you guys enjoy it. Let me know what you think about it. I know a lot of you guys are playing this as well. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Again, huge thank you to Netmarble for sponsoring the video. If you're interested, the link will be in the description to download, install, play, and try the game. Yeah, the more I've played it, the more I've enjoyed it. Really, it's yeah, I've really been getting into things, and as you know, you do hit. My last video was about challenges, right? Because you will hit these challenges and roadblocks. And that's what really grabbed me and really made me appreciate all of these systems was like, oh yeah, these roadblocks. Okay, now I've got to like really be smart and efficient, and doing things right is going to be pushing me further. And yeah, there's a lot you can do. So guys, that's King Arthur Legends Rise again. Download it. Thank you for watching. Thanks to Netmarble, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.